Hi guys and welcome, gnembon here. This is the first episode in my new series Fun Farms, when I'll be taking one mob at a time and show unique farms based around some interesting game mechanics. They might not always be super efficient or extra fast, but what they should do is make you think, wow, that's interesting, that's cool, it would be fun to play with it. For the first episode I plan to show you my Enderman farm to kind of start with the end, but with the recent changes to 1.9, it was important and urgent to present this glitchless Wither Skeleton Farm. This is a modified version of Snocrash's design, which I'll link in the description, where I removed the parts that rely on the glitches in the game mechanics and replace those elements with glitchless contraptions that are within bounds of the game mechanics. This farm is designed around a quad crossroad nether fortress location, which also shows you how you can stack 4 modules of the farm next to each other. So this is the farm itself. What impacts the performance of the farm the most is the environment as it's positioned in. So at first I removed most of the nether substance around this place to provide an ideal environment for testing by removing all the spawning spaces outside of the farm, also providing an upper bound of the performance of the farm. The Afk position is at the bottom of the farm, far enough for the spawning floors to be active, and close enough to the places where wither skeletons would end up in, preventing them from despawning. Here is a slice of the farm using the Snocrash's design that relied on the glitch where the mobs were sneaking through the moving floor, pushed back and forth immediately when mobs would spawn on it. The same game mechanics was used to kill mobs other than wither skeletons by glitching them into the full block to suffocate them in that block. The new design of the shifting floor I am proposing replaces the solid floor made of slabs or full blocks with the following pattern of open fence gates, spawning blocks, and glass blocks. It reduces the spawning area by 50% but still allows to use a single pair of pistons to operate on multiple spawning spaces at once. As in the original design, mobs spawn on the top surface of the opaque blocks, which triggers the tripwire. Open fence gates are unique blocks that don't have the collision box but can be pushed by a piston, allowing mobs to fall through when the floor moves. Glass blocks keep mobs in place, making sure the mobs will not stand in between blocks which would prevent them from falling through the floor into their respective channels. At the bottom, crashing is achieved using the same mechanism by letting the mobs rest on top of hoppers 2 blocks below the full blocks of the floor. This makes 2 block tall mobs, mainly blazes and zombie pigments, suffocate and die, releasing the mob cap. The farm may yield a small number of 1 tall mobs, which include small magma cubes. Large ones will not spawn in this farm because of the glass dividers, baby zombie pigmen, and chickens from chicken jockeys, which make the baby zombie suffocate on top of these chickens and crusher blocks. Slabs above user walkways prevent mobs from escaping and seeing and hurting the player. They will not hit the player even if he stands next to them. The crusher keeps wither skeletons alive, which already have a decreased health, mainly due to their fall, allowing the player to kill them with a single swing of a sword. The use of looting sword is highly recommended. In this particular build they have about 3 hearts left, which is equivalent to 6 punches with a bare fist. The farm can be automated by the use of wolves to kill wither skeletons while the player is away from keyboard, but in this case I decided to go with the manual killing approach because of the benefits of looting. Let's now move to the current 1.9 snapshot and see how many skeleton skulls I can get in 30 minutes. I am in survival mode on hard difficulty, eating of what I can find in the farm, which is zombie flesh, and I will try to aggro all the baby zombie pigments just to test how sealed is the farm. If there is a leak, they will be able to wreck me. While I am doing this, I should touch on an important subject. The farm uses fence gates, and they are made of wood, and wood burns, and we are in the nether. I also should have not used wooden slabs and plank blocks for that reason here. and you should use stone blocks if you can. There is, however, no alternative to the fence gate. It needs to be wooden. So the issue here is the blazes, as if they see the player they get aggro and start shooting other blazes as well, and it will eventually ignite the fence gates. The fire is unlikely to spread because when they are moved by pistons, the fire goes away, and if I wasn't using planks and wood slabs to match the gates for the aesthetic reasons, the fire has little spaces to spread to. But if this stuff catches fire, it might be tricky to fix it, and you might be tempted to kill the blazes because they don't drop blaze rods when not killed by the player. Another solution if you really need the blaze rods is to put the farm in the range of a strength 2 beacon, which combined with any diamond sword allows you to kill blazes in one hit, not letting them aggro. But this doesn't work so far in 1.9, there is no easy way to reliably one-hit kill a blaze. Also notice that I am killing skeletons constantly and I cannot keep up. If you build your farm and perfect the surroundings, you might actually need to bring some friends to help you kill the wither skellies. There should be enough for everybody. In 1.9 you walk through those corridors like a drunk junkie because mobs push you around, yet they don't hit you. Interesting. So, in total we got 41 skulls, nice. And we also got more than one chest of bones, 3 chickens for roasting, a stack of gold, few stacks of arrows and more than 2 stacks of coal blocks. And that's just in half an hour, just by myself. But that's the most optimistic result, assuming we did remove all the spawning spaces around the farm. Let's now look at the complete opposite and do another test where I place this farm in its original pristine nether environment, and we will see what we can get after half an hour of AFK. You may see that there was no work done here to reduce the spawning rates around the farm. Note that we rely here on wither skellies accumulating near us to prevent them from despawning. So now let's go and kill what we collected. So at the end we got about 40 skeletons and 3 skulls, quite nice for a start, and the fact that we didn't need to run around to find those skeletons all the time. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if you like the idea of the new series. I have a bunch of ideas figured out, including mob farms for endermen, guardians, peaceful mobs and more. MC edit schematics and world downloads are in the downer. For the tutorial, check the Snocrash's design and simply replace his floor with this pattern that I presented here. So if you liked what you saw, please leave a like, comment and subscribe for more redstone and technical Minecraft videos in the future. Bye bye!